Guys, do you want to know how I took this tri-tip to this tri-tip using a sous vide and a gas grill? Let me show you. Alright guys, first and foremost, getting a tri-tip in Indianapolis is very, very hard. But this bad boy came from Walmart. I just randomly found it there. And all things considered, I think it's a pretty decent looking piece of meat. It doesn't need a whole lot of trimming or anything like that, so let's get to work. Now I'm going to use that Hay Grill Hay beef rub here, and if you know me, you know I don't really use a binder or anything like that most of the time. I do from time to time, but normally I prefer just to let the natural juices of the meat pull out and bind that rub on their own. But we're going to make sure that we get a nice healthy coating on the entire tri-tip. That means that we're going to hit every single side with a thick, good coat. Make sure you flip it over and hit that front side too. The fat marbling on this thing is really nice, and I'm very happy with this cut of meat, really, the more I look at it. But guys, now we got to make sure that we make Uncle Roger happy, and we got to hit it with some MSG. Now, you can skip the MSG if you are not down for that, but you're really making a huge mistake. If you guys have never heard of the tri-tip before, it's a triangular cut of beef from the bottom of the sirloin, subprimal cut. It's very popular in California, so you might have heard it called the California cut, a bottom sirloin butt, a Newport steak, a Santa Maria steak, or even referred to as the poor man's brisket. Now I do have a video where I cook it like a brisket, so I'll link that down in the description below if you're interested. Now this cut packs a lot of flavor and juice, so that's all we're going to do to prep this. We're going to go ahead and throw it into our vacuum bag and get it sealed up. Now I'm not an expert at sous viding. In fact, this is the first time I've ever sous vided a tri-tip, but I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to turn out. Guys, we got our bag airtight, and it's time to get it into that water bath. So we've got our tri-tip in, we've got our sous vide set to 135 degrees, and we're going to let it ride out for about 2 hours. That's what the mighty Google recommends, so that's what we're going to do as well. So I know you guys are probably thinking it doesn't look very good right now, and you would be correct. So I have my Monument grill rip roaring hot, every burner on high, and we're going to try and sear the outside of this as quickly as possible so as not to overcook the inside. Now here I kind of made a mistake by closing the lid, I think, because it keeps the ambient temperature a lot warmer, and I think I should have probably left it open. But what you want to do is you want to flip this about every minute or so until you see the char that you want, and then it's ready to pull because it's already cooked. Guys, the wait is almost over. Let's cut into this thing. Look at it. Ooh, tell me that's not pretty. Look at that. Look at the juice just pour out of there. Oh my God, you see that? Tri-tip is one of the most delicious cuts of meat you'll ever have in your life. Look at that steam just coming off of it. Guys, I gotta get a bite of this. Look at all this juice, man. It's just pouring off, and now it is time. Now it's time for the best part of the entire experience, that first bite. Let's give it a go. Tri-tip is so good. And it's, So guys, by sous viding it, we gave it a slow cook and allowed it to kind of break down and get nice and tender. We threw it on our Monument grill to give it that sear on the outside, which came out absolutely perfect. You can taste all the flavor, and one of the cool things about a tri-tip is you can get some more well done bits for the people in your family who might like it more well done. Now right here is where I think closing that lid came into play. It was still pink in the center, and luckily this tri-tip still turned out pretty good, but I would leave my lid open in the future doing it this way. Now remember too, the tri-tip grain switches, so you'll need to turn your tri-tip to keep your cuts against the grain as you're slicing through it. If you like this video, hit that subscribe, hit that like, holler at your boys.
head over to Monument Grills, get your own Monument Grill with the discount code SKULL10. Let them know we sent you. Holler at your boy. So after we get you looking dope as possible in your Skull and Mortar t-shirt, we gotta get to the cooking. You might as well get that food tasting fly as possible with your Beach Bum Barbecue Rub, made exclusively by Skull and Mortar. It's award winning. It's gonna take your food from the bottom to the top. And after we sauce you up, we might as well rub you up, my friends, with that Skull and Mortar rub. That's right, don't be a pervert. We're not talking about that kind of rub up, my friend. We're talking about the rub that you put on your meat. Again, come on, dude. Have some class. Put this on your chicken, your pork, your beef, your fish. It doesn't matter, you can put it on anything. If you can find something you can't put it on, shoot me a DM because you'll literally blow my own mind. Check it out now at skullandmortar.com.